Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is the 2023 Jeep Cherokee Altitude Luxe 4x4. Now that's a mouthful. Now for the 2023 model year, Jeep has simplified the trim levels that they're offering. Now they're only offering 4 trim levels on this one. 2022 models, they had 9 trim levels with the front wheel drive or the 4-wheel drive. Then you also had the option between a V6 and a V4. So it was very complicated and convoluted. So this model year is very simplified. We're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, just wanted to say a huge thanks to King's Jeep here in Mason, Ohio at the King's Auto Mall. Thank you for allowing me to film this video with the Jeep, and check them out if you're in the market for a new Jeep. Alrighty, so let's start with this front end over here. As you guys can see, normally a car has a hood that ends over here, but this one actually extends all the way out here in the front. That includes the grille, so when the hood opens, this actually opens with it. This is a unique design choice. Let's just leave it at that. Plenty of people are buying these, so clearly they don't have a problem with it. Here you have your fully LED headlight module with the DRLs and the high and low beams. This is your fog lights down here. Let me know what you guys think about this whole front end design. Alright you guys, let's talk about the side profile here. As you can see, Jeep is playing very safe. Nothing special going on out here. And this is going to be a family hauler. It doesn't really need to be that special, right? As you can see, this one does have the mud guards on the front and back wheels. What's interesting is that the Altitude Luxe is the base model. This one is upgraded with the 4x4, which is the all-wheel drive system. And as you can see, the rims really do look nice on this one. And the fact that it's a base model and does get the black rim, that's pretty nice. So this model right here, guys, comes with 17-inch wheels, which is really not that huge for this one. I think it'll really add to the comfort level of this car. You might not get the best handling, but that's not what you're looking for if you're buying this vehicle, right? So comfort should be your priority, and you'll get plenty of that with these wheels. All right, let's talk about the engine, guys. So under the hood is where Jeep has made some changes this model year. Gone is the V6. You can now upgrade the standard base 4-cylinder to the turbocharged 4-cylinder. In this particular trim level, this is just the base 4-cylinder that you get. You can option up to turbo 4-cylinders, but the V6 is pretty much gone. The rest of the industry is going this way, so I'm not really surprised here, but that is what you have. This one, the base 4-cylinder, produces 180 horsepower and 171 pound-feet of torque. That is right in line with its competition, being the RAV4, CRV, and so on. So I'm not really too surprised there. It's nothing special here. This will get the job done. Now what's interesting is on this engine, it says multi-air. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Does that mean it sucks in air from like 4 different places? Normally it's just the one, right? This is the filter that goes into the air. This is the engine air filter. I don't see anything else that goes in there. So I don't know what they mean by multi-air. If you know, let me know in the comments below. All right, let's talk about the back end here. As you can see, this is the back end of the Cherokee, and that's it. Jokes aside, there's really not that much here to see, but here's your rear view camera. The Jeep logo and the 4x4 is blacked out, so that's pretty good. But other than that, there really isn't much to talk about here. So there we go. To open the tailgate, there's a button here to the right of the rear view camera. You press, and this is a power operated tailgate, which is really nice. I'm very surprised to see this. Most other cars at this level do not have that, so that is a thumbs up. So let's check out the cargo volume here, guys. Under this cargo floor right here, well, you don't have a spare wheel. I'm surprised to see that. Most cars actually give you that, but here Jeep is giving you the tire service kit, which I assume has the compressor and the liquid to seal the tire if you have a flat. On a positive note though, you can probably use this space to store some stuff that doesn't roll around. Back here you can see the tethers for the child seats. To the right here you have some anchors on both sides. Here you have some grocery bag hooks. Again, some more over there, some more storage space down here. There is a cigarette lighter style power outlet here on the left, a little light, and then this is your trunk close button. Walking inside the car over here, guys, on the driver's door you have soft plastic up here and a little bit of leather here for your touch points and the elbow rests. Here's your normal window and mirror controls. This is an 8-way adjustable seat that you get with this model. This is to move the backrest forward and back. This is to move this whole seat forward back. This also goes up and down using the front end like that. And then this is for your lumbar support, which goes forward and back. That is over here. While we're here, I'm going to quickly mention that the passenger seat here is also the same 8-way adjustable seat. Very nice to see. Here is your view from inside the Cherokee's cabin. The seat is currently set at its lowest position that I'm sitting in. Alrighty, let's start it up. Alright, as you can see in the middle you have a digital screen, and on the left you have your RPM dial. On the right you have your speedometer. Down here is your headlight controls. This is your tailgate opener. This is nice to have here. I usually don't see this on the competitors for this segment. Very good. This is your media controls, phone controls, and then your safety system controls over here on the right, and your Viper stock behind, and the signal stock over there. Very normal stuff here. While we're here, I just wanted to quickly mention that screen in the middle is actually controlled by these buttons over here. So as you can see, I'm pressing the buttons, I'm going through the different menus. Up here you have your home link system. You can hook up your garage to these buttons so you can open your garage doors. There is no sunroof, so you simply just get your lights here on either side, and then a sunglass holder up here. Next up, let's talk about this 8.4-inch center screen, guys. A lot of things are going to be controlled via this screen right here. This supports both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is great. Almost every car is doing that now. So as you can see, this is your media controls, your climate controls over here. You can even look at your backup camera by choosing that. As you can see, this is your backup camera with the red, yellow, and green markings to show you how close you are to an object. And it does give you guidance as to if you're turning the wheel and reversing, where your car is going to end up. So that's really good. As you can see here, this car does have the heated seat for both front passengers and then a heated steering wheel as well. Unfortunately, the only way to control these settings is through the screen here. I don't see any buttons down here anywhere to control that. You can turn the screen off by pressing this button right here. This is a mute button down here to mute your music very quickly. This is what Jeep calls the Active Park Sense button. It helps you parallel park. If you're in a tight spot and you're not comfortable parking, this car will help you. This is the rear sensor turn off button. So if you're towing something behind you, the car thinks you're going to run into it, so it's going to keep beeping. You can turn the rear sensors off and that won't beep at you. This is your hazards. Oh, very satisfying click there. That's weird. And this is your lane departure mitigation system. You can turn it off or you can turn it on. Down here you have your volume knob and a single button in the middle to turn off your audio system. This is your automatic engine start stop button. This is the stability control system button. And this is your tuner knob. Very good to see that's still around. And these are your climate controls, very simple. Down here you have your select terrain system, so you turn it right to switch to snow, sport, and mud. Whatever you switch to, it will reflect in the screen here in the middle. It is a little bit delayed, but you can see that it's reflecting. Next to that, you have your USB-A charging port, not a USB-C, unfortunately. Then your aux jack, that's getting rare these days. And here is your cigarette lighter style power outlet. I don't see a wireless charger in there, so maybe you can put your phone there, but it won't charge it. And then behind the shifter, you have your parking brake button. You pull it to engage the parking brake and push to turn it off. While we're here, let's check out the center console. There's a little small cubby over here which you can store stuff in. You can open that up. There is a USB-A charging port in there, and this is about 6 inches deep, and it does get smaller as it goes in, so it wouldn't fit your purse or anything in there, but it's fairly okay. Here on the passenger side, you can see the same materials with the soft plastic and leather here for your elbows. This is going to be your glove box. There is a fairly small but deep glove box, I have to say. That is pretty deep. Walking into the back seat here, the door does open nice and wide for you to be able to easily put child seats in there. Here are your seats. We'll talk about them in a second. In the center console here, you have your 2 air vents. And then down here, you have 2 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports, as well as a household style power outlet. This is very nice back here. You're never going to have problem charging devices. Alright guys, so here we are in the back seat of the Cherokee. As you can see, there's plenty of space for me. I am 6 foot tall. That seat, I have just set it for myself. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of space here, at least 5 to 6 inches, which is really good. There is a seat back pocket over here, but there is none over there. I'm not sure why manufacturers do that. Why not just give it? It's very useful. There are 2 reading lights up here for either passengers, but if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'll never read. But if you're interested in that kind of thing, they're here for you. If you don't have a middle passenger, you can pull this down and use it as an armrest. This does lock in place, so you have to kind of push it down and it locks in place so it doesn't move up. I've never seen that before, but that's very interesting. The seats do recline ever so slightly. There's a button here on the shoulder, which you pull and then push back and it locks in place. As you can see, it's not that much difference, but it does recline ever so slightly. And frankly, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. One thing I forgot to mention is that your feet do go under the seat in front. There's plenty of space, so you can actually relax quite a bit. A lot of time what happens is there's no space under the seat in front, so you end up sitting like this. You don't have enough support under your thighs, and that gets you tired really fast in a long drive. So glad to see that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll try to prioritize that way. But with that said, it's getting really cold out here and it's super windy. The phone's literally shaking over there. So I'll see you guys next time.